If you're thinking of living in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, or moving to the Cleveland area, I've got a video tour today that you just can't miss. It's a beautiful home, spacious, 5 bedrooms or 4 bedrooms plus an office, 2.5 baths. It's 2207 Westminster Road, and it is listed in the mid 300s. I'll go over details, so stay tuned. And also today, special new feature, we're gonna do a thorough walkthrough of this property. Every detail we'll explore, and stay tuned to learn more. So hi guys, I'm Mike Ferrante, and I'm with the Mike team, we're a real estate broker here in Northeast Ohio. We're based out of Solon, Ohio. If you are interested in connecting with me or someone on my team, go to 21mike.com, click that button at the top of the website there to schedule an appointment right on my calendar. It's just that easy. And so I'm gonna give you a really thorough walk around today. So let me flip the camera. So here we have 2207 Westminster Road. First, I want to give you an idea of the location. We're right near the Cedar Lee neighborhood. That's Meadowbrook Boulevard right there, and that goes right out to Lee. And right there, if you can see, there might be a car that passes. There's one right there. That's Cedar Road. So you are literally 1 block to Cedar, and you can get very easily in just a couple minutes on your bicycle or however you feel like getting there. You can walk, take a quick drive. There's parking on street, and all the businesses, the restaurants, all the little shops, bars, if you're into that kind of thing, right here in Cleveland Heights. And if you just go one major intersection that way, you're at Coventry. And if you go one major intersection that way, you're at Taylor and everything that Cleveland Heights has to offer. Plenty of shopping and restaurants nearby, really cool homes in the Heights, as we call it. This is Cleveland Heights. Tudor homes, you've got singles, you've got duplex. It's a really interesting location as far as diversity and arts and entertainment. You're very, very close to University Circle, which is why you get a lot of people that live here from the hospitals, the universities. Case Western Reserve University is right there. Many of these homes are beautifully landscaped. In fact, our house, 2207, was at one point a certified wildlife habitat, and I'll give you an idea what that is all about. You're probably noticing too the massive mature trees, which is kind of a cool feature. Not all neighborhoods have that kind of thing going on. And so you've got plenty of shade. It's really cool in this house, even though there's no central AC. So one of the things I love about 2207 Westminster is you've got this entryway, and a lot of these homes have this. I should say some of them do. This is not all that common, and a lot of people put these planters here that you can swap out your flowers depending on the time of year. Very low maintenance. You've got the English ivy here, which is awesome for maintenance. There's some sandstone steps. Again, very much Cleveland Heights. Let's see what else. Ample driveway that goes back to a 2-car garage. I'll get you there in a second. Really cool front entryway. By the way, this house did just go through the Cleveland Heights point of sale inspection, and there's just one little violation left, and I'll show you what that is. By the way, Gilmore Security, local company, very well known, excellent service. Cool little fountain here up front. They've got it bubbling for me. Here's the entryway. You've got the terracotta tile, the original door, and just look at some of the gingerbread. These Heights homes are known for the details that they have inside and outside. Now, I'll get you a better view of this from the inside, but we've also got a screened-in porch. Hi. All right, let's walk around back real quick, and then we'll come back in and I'll show you the view coming in the front door. So look at all the beautiful landscaping. I think that's some kind of mint, catmint or something. Maybe that's what that one is. If you're watching, tell me what kind of plant that is. Is that catmint? So here's the 2-car garage, dimensional shingle roof, and then we have the same kind of roof on the house. And you've got the really cool upgraded door that has all the extra panels on it, windows. Here's a look at the back of the house. You see the dimensional shingles. This is actually technically a 4-story house. You've got basement that I'll show you, first floor, second floor, third floor is finished, which makes this house about I think it's just under 2,600 square feet with the basement rec room. Cool little brick patio here. And again, look at this landscaping. And the cool thing about it is that it is pretty low maintenance. By the way, a little trivia question here. One of the trees, I think it's this guy right here, is a black walnut. Uh, there are people that will cut down these trees and actually pay you for the lumber. So I'm not suggesting that you can sell this tree and buy the house with the money you get from it, but it's a pretty rare tree and the lumber very valuable. All right, you've got these two little Adirondack chairs back here, private little sitting area. And the one remaining violation is the siding on the garage. There's a little bit of deterioration. This is negotiable with these folks. They could get it done, or if the buyer would like to handle it in the Heights area, you can assume that point of sale violation. So since I'm talking about point of sale, let me give you a quick lesson on that. So in our area, as I like to sometimes facetiously say, oh, by the way, back door. So if you came home with your groceries, you'd head in right here and go right into your kitchen with your groceries. Kitchen's right here. We'll look at that from the front. But by the way, so going back to point of sale, as I like to facetiously say, in order to have the privilege of selling your home in certain cities, you must have a city inspection. And Cleveland Heights does the point of sale, and they'll tell you it's to make sure they're keeping up the housing standards, protecting values. And I don't necessarily disagree, but a lot of people object to bringing the city in to inspect your home just because you want to sell it. So they come through, they inspect for housing code violations, mostly health and safety stuff, but definitely code stuff. All right, we're going to go in the back door, by the way. Don't know if you saw I couldn't get in that door. So they make you a list of violations, and you have two choices. You can either fix everything and get what's called point of sale compliance, or you can ask the buyer to assume those violations. And sometimes that's problematic for the lender, for the buyer. They might have to put money in escrow. Some cities, it's 1.5 times the repair amount that has to go in escrow. And you put that money on deposit and you get it back once you fixed everything and the city re-inspects, and you get your money back. It's a little bit of a process. It's an inconvenience, but you do it if you live in one of the point of sale cities. So had that door opened, this is where we would have come in. Really cool mosaic tile. That's original. We have the old style radiators that are kind of decorative. The windows are well maintained, original windows with storm windows. The old style doorknob. So the thing I like about this home too is that the upgrades they've done are really consistent with the original construction of the home. So you step in here through that little vestibule, got the bay window, hardwood floors, two sets of doors that go out to the screened-in porch, wood-burning fireplace, and so many built-ins on this house. There's just so many little nooks. This is set up as a coat closet. Over here you've got built-in bookshelves. There's a sunroom right off the living room. I could see if you had a cat. The cat would love to look out these windows. There's a close-up of the fireplace. Really cool decorative tile here. Look at the detail. I'll give you a view looking back the other way at that bay window, sunroom, front door. Pretty open floor plan for a house that was built in the 20s. All kinds of windows and built-ins here in the dining area. Built-in cabinets. These are all original, just really well maintained. All right, so here's the sunroom. I think this is where I would spend most of my time if I lived here. screened-in sun porch with ceiling fan. And look at these massive columns on the corners. All the architectural details preserved. Of course, this goes right into the eat-in kitchen. Got a little table that fits nicely in the space. So, of course, this is a newer fixture. You've got the can lighting. So modern upgrades, but really tastefully done and consistent with the original architecture of the house. Little butler's pantry. Everyone know what this is? You got it, laundry chute. All right, here's the kitchen. Plenty of cabinet space. Single bowl sink, so you can put big pots in there and it looks out into the backyard. The appliances are included, so you could move right in. You've got your refrigerator, gas range, hood, and dishwasher. Rounding out the first floor, here's that back door we came in. You've got coat hooks and cabinetry, more storage. So just under, I think, 2,600 square feet of total living area, over 2,200 above grade. Here's a little powder room on the first floor. You actually have a bathroom on every floor, except the basement. We'll head down to the basement last. Oh, by the way, check out these cool ceramic doorknobs. And of course, we have the glass doorknobs. It is wired for an alarm system, as was traditional for this era home. You've got sconce lighting in a lot of places. And I think this light is newer, but of course it's done in the style with the leaded glass, like a Tiffany type glass, and it really fits the house. All right, we're on the second floor, 4 bedrooms and a full bath. These rooms are massive. Double closet with glass doorknob. Got these cool wood casement windows. The window treatments will be included, but they added ceiling fans, which is a nice touch. You know, you've got boiler heat, so you could retrofit AC, but right now we just have AC on the 3rd floor. I'll show you that. Another huge bedroom, built-in drawers. This is kind of nice because you don't want to have a bunch of room taken up with dressers everywhere. You do have some cool little nooks where you could put dressers pretty easily. Another double closet there. Bedroom number 2. Here's bedroom 3. Again, look at this natural woodwork. Everything was beautifully restored. I mean, it's perfect. It looks brand new to me. It's not though, this is original, and you've got the original hinges. Here's your full bath on the 2nd floor. Double pedestal sinks with mirrors, nice bright light fixtures, exhaust fan, commode, and the original cast iron tub. Now upstairs, spoiler alert, we have clawfoot tub. And if you don't know what that is, I will show you. Laundry chute. Alrighty, bedroom number 4. This goes to the 3rd floor. This is the smallest bedroom on the 2nd floor. Ceiling fan. This would be a great office as well, unless you need all 5 bedrooms. All right, let's head upstairs. This would be a really cool primary suite. Tons of built-ins, and look at this natural woodwork. More built-ins here. Enormous closet. This is a walk-in closet on the 3rd floor. More built-ins, Another closet, natural woodwork up here. And here is the third floor bedroom. Really nice sized room. They've got an AC unit running up here. You know, this would be the hottest room in the house. Now you do have attic hatch access if you ever need to get up there and do any work. And then this is such a cool bathroom. You've got the sconces, the vessel sink, granite commode, and this is the clawfoot tub. So if you guys have ever seen these or heard people talk about it, this is original cast iron, I'm gonna wager. And why is it called clawfoot? Because it's got little feet, and usually they have claws on them. Creative name, right? Clawfoot tub. Little inset. The tile was done to really mimic the original construction. Okay. All right, let's head down to the basement. Let's see what else I can tell you while we're walking through here. So this house is listed in the mid 300s. Hit us up for the price. Go to 21mike.com, schedule an appointment. You can email me, mike@21mike.com. You can message us through whatever platform you're listening to or watching this video, a DM, and we'll get right back to you. You can call if you're so inclined. 216-373-7727. You can also text that number. All right, let's hit the basement. So you come down the steps. Yay or nay on the lime green? Tell me what you think. Little rec room, big glass block window there. And then we'll head over here first. So we head this way, unfinished storage area, new utility sink. So who knows what the original utility sinks like this were made out of? If you guessed concrete, you're correct. So these were actually concrete and they had metal legs. So what do you think happened to the metal legs over the years? Well, they would rust and these things would teeter and they're really a safety hazard. So it's an awesome thing. You might think, big deal, Mike, why are you showing me a utility tub? But it's really awesome that it's been replaced because you don't have the old concrete tub there. Washer and dryer. We've even got a freezer down here, extra fridge. In these old homes, what we want to look at are the electric panels too. So you can see this is a General Electric, as is the sub panel. And we have not Federal Pacific breakers. Federal Pacific is a company that made electric panels and they basically got run out of business because their breakers were known not to trip. And so you'll have lenders and inspectors call out those Federal Pacific panels, and a lot of times they will stop a deal from happening. The lender won't make the loan. Inspectors will call them out as unsafe. So we do have boiler heat here, really efficient. This boiler is newer. I believe it's less than 5 years old, right in that ballpark. You can see all this pipe is newer. This was professionally done. You could tell whoever did this was really skilled. Newer hot water tank with expansion tank. That's where your water comes in. And a little detective work here. The water used to come in through the floor. And my guess is that maybe that was an old lead line and somebody ran a new water line to the street. So you've got a newer water line, a little extra shower here in case you're gardening and come in and want to shower up. This was probably an old fruit cellar, but it's great for storage, your extra paint and stuff. And that's it, guys. That's what I got for you today. So 2207 Westminster Road in Cleveland Heights. Hit us up if you'd like a private showing and go to 21mike.com.